All right, I want to talk about a new tool that Photoshop introduced. Now, we've talked about in previous videos spot healing, the healing patch, and some of this kind of stuff, but the new tool that they add is the remove tool. And look, I feel like it is all of those tools combined into one. It makes it really easy. So I'm going to take you through some of the other stuff that we've already done using some of the other tools and show you what the remove tool does. Okay. Now, the remove tool, the only thing about it is destructive, right? So I can sample all layers. Remove from after each stroke is fine. You can leave it there, but you can see it's going to do it right on top of this. So if I do a new layer, and let's see, so new layer, sample all layers, and we're going to do this, and you can see that works. That's the way you would need to do it. It's not you need to add a new layer and then make your edit, and then sample from all layers, and there it is destructive. If you don't add a new layer and do it, then it's just a destructive process, which, the patch tool is somewhat destructive also. So it depends on how you want to use it. So let's see how we use it after then. And we simply you saw me do it. Click and drag over top. And so we're going to do it again here, new layer. We're going to zoom in. And remember, we used other tools to do this. We're going to sample from all layers, and you can see, look, just simply click, click, click. And this does a better job than any of the other tools, and we're done in seconds, okay? Any of these tools are using it, I think, a little bit better. So let's say we wanted to remove the earring here. We're going to make sure we get all the pieces of it, and you can see it removes it. It does a pretty good job of that. Anything else, like we use the spot healing to get rid of some of these freckles, it does the same thing. So just a really easy to use tool to do this. And so even, I haven't used it on this one. I thought this was another one. Well, let's see how this works. This would be interesting to see. So let's kind of remove all of this. Let's see how good of a job this actually does. Whoa, okay, that's not what we wanted. Let's see. Okay, so you're seeing some limitations to this tool kind of already. There it goes. I don't know what was wrong with my first selection. Let's select that out. And that does an amazing job with it. So you saw a live Photoshop glitch actually happen, which is important, I guess, to see. And so taking out, like we've looked, oh, come on, Photoshop. We've looked at this using like the patch tool and some of the other stuff, but look at again what this can do. We're just going to select this out. I mean, just look at how easy that is. I'm not going to do the whole thing. But what this can do is, watch, it actually will start to, as I kind of go above here, you can see, okay. You can see it maintains that selection. Now let's say, what if I did over here, what would it do? You can see it extends that scene a little bit. That's incredible, right? So just kind of going through and miss some of this stuff, it's okay. And it does a pretty seamless job, like an amazingly seamless job that's here. Now you may be looking at this image and saying, oh, but can it remove it kind of, in these tough areas? And it still has a problem, in here. So if I kind of remove this fish here, that worked great. But when it's in like here, you can see it gives me some kind of funky edges, but we may be able to repair that maybe a little bit better than before. You can see that does a pretty good job. Let's see what it does here. That does a really great job. So you can see this is doing a really good job of removing objects. It's kind of this multi-tool all in one. And you can see what I did not do with this one is I did not put it on a new layer, so it is now destructive. But if I'm making that edit anyway, maybe I don't care, but really you should go back. Let's go back and edit and create that new, creating that new layer and then making sure all those edits are on that new layer, because that's what's really important with that, right? Is being able to say, okay, did I like that? And being able to turn that off and on with that. Maybe you don't want to kind of delete all of them and you just want to make, a handful of edits or whatever it is. You can kind of do that here. So this is the new tool inside of Photoshop. It is the remove tool. It is an amazing tool to use. It kind of puts some of the other tools to shame a little bit. It's really a great addition to Photoshop. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as I have been.